G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renmark in South Australia. Now last year Senator Ann Ruston actually put forward to allow 70 less gigs of water to come down the Darling River system. It was her decision that changed the Senate, and it was agreed upon to keep the water up in the Northern Basin. Now ladies and gentlemen, watch the results of that this year. A lot of water was sent down stupidly last year, but what it means this year is the Riverland is going to pay the full price of Senator Ann Ruston, who should have been supporting South Australia. She was supporting the northern irrigators, not the South Australian irrigators in the Riverland here in South Australia. So just watch it this year, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the allocations disappear, and just remember who'd made it happen. That lady over there stopped the water coming down the Darling, which had the ramifications for the Riverland. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, we just come back from the big Yamagunabaka corroboree on the rivers, Walgett, Bree, Burke, Wilcannia, and look, I took a group of, there was a convoy of 300 people, and on the rivers we had about 1,000 in the corroboree each night. Those Indigenous people that come on that journey spoke to a lot of our elders in those communities, and they wanted to hear from the voices of those communities, those voiceless, that have been voiceless over the last couple of years. Look, the impact of the water mismanagement and the corruption and the corporate greed and capitalism in this country has killed our rivers. They have killed our communities. Look, we've been out in those communities, the health is deteriorating in our communities, our old people are now dying, our young people with a high rate of mental health, suicides, dialysis, people that are on dialysis can't get water to flush their machines. So they've got to move on, now migrate to bigger towns, bigger rural towns and cities. So a lot of the First Nation people are leaving their tribal, their lands that they've been, that they lived on for thousands and thousands of years. How do we bring back the 50-year-old cods? How do we bring back the freshwater mussels? How do we bring back the aquatic life, the ecosystem and the animals that relied on the river and the water? They're now completely dead, they're extinct. This has happened over the last 100 years. Australia needs to wake up. I'm listening tonight, we're listening to, there's two things that I can hear. It's water and profit. Why are we selling water to make profit? That's what I'm hearing. And here my people on the river that relied on those animals for the food source for thousands of years are now dying. This is the second wave of genocide that's happening in my community. So I'm going to speak on my community, and I'm going to raise a voice for those that have been voiceless over the last 230 years. That's what frustrates me, and that's what's frustrating our community. Why are our people dying young? Why are our people suffering? Because of the greed, the taking of our water. Where is our rights to water? First Nation rights to water. We have a right to fresh water. Put the water back in the river, not just for us, but for the environment.
Thank you very much, Bruce Shelton.
For a couple.
How are you?
I'm only shaking your hand if you give more funding to our RFS. So many people here have lost their homes.
We need some vets.
We need more help.
You won't be getting any votes down here, buddy. You're an idiot. Who votes Liberal around here? Nobody. No Liberal votes. You're out, son. You are out. Good night, winner. See you, mate. Bye. Go on, piss
What
off.
about the people that What about the people who have nowhere to live?
You're not welcome. Go on, get to Kirribilli. We might burn that down.
Thing, you moron!
I don't see Kirribilli burning after the fireworks.
Boomer!
This is not fair. We are totally forgotten about down here. Every single time this area has a flood or a fire, we get nothing. If we were Sydney, if we were North Coast, we would be flooded with donations, with urgent emergency relief. For
See ya!
Scumbag!
Scumbag!
Since coming back from holidays, the Prime Minister has been dogged by criticism from our volunteer firefighters who are foregoing their paychecks to protect their own suburbs and towns. But tonight, 9 News can reveal 2 former PMs have issued payments in the past, and there is already a law in place that can make it happen.
For weeks, the Prime Minister has dragged his feet on compensating volunteer fireys who are saving lives and homes.
We haven't been to work for 3 weeks.
It is an issue that the Prime Minister is acutely conscious of.
But 9 News can reveal there's already a Commonwealth law that allows special payments through Centrelink. It just needs Scott Morrison to put his hand in his pocket.
Ultimately, it is an issue for state and territory governments, but as I've said, the Prime Minister is very forward-leaning.
With another scorching week, our volunteers will take yet more time off work. In some cases, they've been fighting since September.
They've gone to banks to get loans so they can just, I guess, feed themselves. Very sad.
The Social Security Act allows the government to declare a major disaster and launch a government response in the form of income support. The law was used by Paul Keating in 1994 after bushfires in Sydney saw more than 200 homes lost and 4 people killed.
It's an initiative to compensate volunteer firefighters who suffered a loss of income.
John Howard also paid volunteers who had lost income while battling the Black Christmas fires in 2001.
Payments of $160 for each day of lost income. Although numerous organisations were involved in the emergency, the Commonwealth payment is only being offered to volunteer firefighters, as was a similar payment made for the 1993-1994 bushfires.
Today's fires have raised more homes and fireys have fought much longer.
If you are a small business, a contractor, a private sector worker, and you have not been able to earn an income for a period of months, common sense tells you that that is not sustainable.